You may not believe it, but I made all 3 of these dishes using nothing but an air fryer. No oven, no stovetop. Watch until the end because the final recipe was the one that surprised me the most. Let's start with a healthy recipe that seems to be a favorite with everyone in my family, including the kids. It has that familiar crunchy coating that reminds you of KFC. But here's the surprising part. It's made from chicken breast. And if you're thinking, chicken breast is always dry, don't worry, this recipe changes that completely. Start by cutting the chicken breast into bite-sized pieces. Place the pieces on a plate and season with a little salt and black pepper. Next, add 1 egg white. The egg white helps the coating stick to the chicken while also helping the meat stay juicy during cooking. Now, put on a glove and mix everything thoroughly. Make sure every piece is lightly coated. Most people would reach for breadcrumbs. Instead, we're using crushed cornflakes. This is the ingredient that creates that signature crispy texture. Cornflakes are light crunchy, and when cooked in the air fryer, they develop a beautiful golden coating without needing a deep fryer full of oil. They're also a great alternative for people who want something lighter while still enjoying that satisfying crunch. Crush it into small pieces. You don't want a fine powder. A few larger flakes help create that classic crispy texture. Now, roll each piece of chicken through the crushed cornflakes, pressing gently so the coating sticks well. Once coated, arrange the chicken pieces in a single layer inside the air fryer basket. Try not to stack them. Give the surface a light spray of oil. Cook at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. As they cook, the coating begins to crisp up while the chicken stays tender inside. And when you open the air fryer, wow! The coating is golden crunchy and looks remarkably similar to fried chicken. Take a bite and you'll hear that crunch immediately. The outside is crispy while the inside remains juicy and tender. It's one of those recipes that makes you forget you're eating chicken breast, and that's probably why both adults and children love it so much. By the way, if I placed this on a plate in front of you right now, would you choose it over traditional fried chicken? Let me know in the comments. Now let's move on to recipe number 2. This one is perfect for anyone who enjoys something sweet but prefers to avoid refined sugar. Let's start with the almonds. Almonds are a wonderful snack, especially for older adults. They're rich in healthy fats, fiber, vitamin E, and nutrients that can help support heart health. Next, add 2 tablespoons of honey. Honey brings natural sweetness without relying on processed sugar. It also helps bind everything together and creates that beautiful candy-like coating once baked. Now add 1 tablespoon of black sesame seeds and 1 tablespoon of white sesame seeds. Not only do they add flavor and crunch, but they also make the finished snack look much more appealing. Mix everything thoroughly until every almond is coated with honey and sesame seeds. Line your air fryer basket with parchment paper and spread the mixture into an even layer. Try to keep it as flat as possible so it cooks evenly. Place it in the air fryer and cook at 340 degrees Fahrenheit, 170 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. when you open the basket. The honey slowly dries and caramelizes around the almonds while the sesame seeds toast and become wonderfully fragrant. The surface has hardened slightly and looks almost like an old-fashioned candy brittle from childhood. Let it cool for a few minutes, then break off a piece. Listen to that crack. Crispy, nutty, lightly sweet, and incredibly satisfying. It's the kind of treat that feels indulgent while still being made from simple ingredients. By the way, which city or country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Now for the final recipe. This one is a favorite with both children and adults, and honestly, it's probably the recipe that has saved my family the most money over the years. Let's start with a peeled potato. To make it easier to work with, trim the sides slightly so it forms a rectangular shape. Now, with the help of the 2 skewers, you can turn an ordinary potato into a spiral potato. I've already shared the full technique in a previous video, so if you'd like to see exactly how it's done, be sure to check that out and follow along. Once the potato is stretched into its spiral shape, it's time to season. Sprinkle on a little salt, black pepper, chili powder, oregano, or any of your favorite seasonings. What I love most about this recipe is that we're using the air fryer. Traditionally, spiral potatoes are deep fried in a large amount of oil. They taste great, but they're messy, expensive, and require a lot more cleanup afterward. With the air fryer, you get a very similar crispy texture using only a light spray of oil. Place the potatoes into the air fryer and cook at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. When the timer goes off, open the basket and take a look. Wow! The edges are beautifully golden. The layers are lightly crisp and separated, and the aroma is enough to bring everyone into the kitchen. Crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy in the center. Just as I expected, my kids absolutely love these. In fact, whenever I make them, they disappear almost as quickly as they come out of the air fryer. And there you have it, 3 simple air fryer recipes that are easy to make family-friendly and surprisingly delicious. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves their air fryer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.